Hi, thanks for joining me, Victor Oliver again, the beach bum astrologer. Where else but on the beach? This is not a virtual background, look, unless it's three-dimensional, and I'm a hologram. The tide is going out, it's the evening, it's that rare thing, a warm spring day. Very briefly today, I thought I'd, actually somebody wrote in to say you should do more beach videos. So here I am, and I thought, what should I talk about? We've just had the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Well, I didn't feel it. Boris Johnson didn't feel it much, even though Dominic Cummings was having a go. But when you looked at Boris's chart, nothing going on there. Maybe later in the year, Boris is facing some problems. But at the moment, he can do anything because he's seen as successful. But I'm not talking about that. I'm going to talk today about Draconic astrology, just in a quick intro, because after 5 minutes you fall asleep. I know you lot, unless you're looking at the beach. And Draconic astrology has actually been one of the most popular services that I offer from my website, victoroliver.co.uk. That's Oliver with 2 L's, not 1. My Christian name is not Oliver. And my name is not Kevin either, it's Victor Oliver. I don't know what it is about astrologers that they can't get the name. So my hopes now lie with non-astrologers to get my name right. victoroliver.co.uk. And Draconic astrology is an ancient system which attempts to identify your life purpose. And that's a sacred thing to try to do. To find the life purpose. That's a big question, isn't it? I'm not going to go through the intricacies of it in this video. It's not possible to do that. But I thought I'd just introduce it if you're not familiar. And there's a bit more description of it on my website. And I think I did do a video actually on Draconic, maybe last year, but I can't remember. I'll have to look in the archive. But Draconic means dragon-like. And you have to go back to ancient myth to understand why dragons are associated with eclipses. But the Draconic system is actually all about the moon, and more particularly about the nodes of the moon. The north node and the south node. They're not actual celestials, they're points in the sky, intersections where the pathway of the sun meets the pathway of the moon in the northern and southern hemispheres. And that's about as technical as it gets. After that, we're just going to have to do another video. But to create a Draconic chart, to find your life purpose, whatever that may be, you have to create a Draconic chart. That means, in effect, drawing on what's known as a Draconic zodiac. And very briefly, what you do is that you create your tropical chart. That's the normal horoscope, using the tropical system. I don't use sidereal. You'll have to talk to a siderealist about whether Draconic is applicable. But in the tropical system, which is the Western system of astrology, you create the tropical chart. You then take the north node, wherever that happens to be, in the natal chart, and move that to 0 degrees Aries. And the distance between the natal position and 0 degrees Aries is the number of degrees and minutes that you're going to shift the rest of the planets and points in that tropical horoscope. The only thing is that you don't actually move the planets from their houses. So it's the signs and the degrees that you're moving. Now, non-astrologers, that's going to just sound like gobbledygook. But I think fellow astrologers will understand broadly what I'm talking about. I should say that you can easily create a Draconic chart in your computer software programs these days. SolarFire has it in its zodiac type as an option. Astro.com's got it in its chart type. I think it's in the menu. I think it's under chart type. But anyway, just scroll down, you'll find it. And the tricky bit about Draconic is when you are trying to interpret. Some astrologers treat the Draconic chart as a sort of alternative, but it's not. It's a supplementary or a supplemental chart. And what you try to do is you first analyze the tropical chart, looking to see where the nodes fit, and most practitioners stop there. They look at where the nodes are, what aspects they're forming with other bits of the horoscope, and work out some sort of life purpose there. And indeed, the tropical chart will take you into the major themes of your life, there's no question about it. But the Draconic actually is like the headline news. It takes what's in the tropical chart and emphasizes that which is important to you. And when we talk about life purpose, we're not just talking about career, we're talking about the themes of a life. Why do the relationships not work? Or why are they working? Why are certain situations drawn to you or you to them? So life purposes are determined in so many different countless ways. I'll turn around a bit, see if I improve my look this way, against the sun. Or maybe not, maybe I should against the sun. For those not familiar with nodes, the North Node is known also as the destiny point. It's the challenges that we face in life. The presumption is that we have things to resolve from the past, as represented by the South Node, which for some astrologers can also symbolize past life. I don't know about past lives. It's not a question of belief. I don't know. In my reports, I'll refer to past lives as a possibility. But a past life can be in this life, what you've come through, what you've had to deal with in your family, for example. So many problems, so many challenges in life are first presented through our families, and the South Node to some extent will reflect those themes. But the South Node also represents that which is reflexive to us, which comes naturally to us. So the North Node is that which identifies what's going to pull us out of a certain mold, that's going to challenge us to some extent, and the aim is some kind of self-fulfillment. I think fulfillment's a better word than happiness or contentment. So that's it. It's the briefest of intros to Draconic astrology. You can call it dragon astrology if you like. Some people call it nodal astrology. Check it out on my website. There are other practitioners of Draconic. There's a great book by Pam Crane on the Draconic chart. It's really the only book around. There are some other books which look at sort of sub-themes within Draconic, but Pam's actually written substantially about the whole subject, and you'll find that Draconic can be applied to other systems such as progressions, to electionals, horary, all sorts of things, even certain midpoint systems as well. Not all, but you'll find it all there. And actually I'm thinking of writing a sort of very straightforward book on the subject, a sort of practical how-to sort of book. Anyway, I hope that's it. Hope you enjoyed my little ramble. Let's have a look at the sea. Let's see what's happening. Look, isn't it beautiful? It's receding quite rapidly. It's going to go up very, very far. I think you can see it. It's beautiful, isn't it? And to see how far we are from the beach, you know. No, go this way. I'm making you dizzy, aren't I? But anyway, thank you for joining me. And I'll try to do these videos a bit more regularly. I've just been very busy lately, and but it's much easier when the tide's out because I've got the expanse of the sand, and I just love. It's like a desert, and I just love this time of the day. Anyway, talk to you again soon. Bye.